Okay, and we're back. Yeah, I really want to check out this. That's probably what the key is for, if I had to assume. The wolf still chased me, even though.
What's on the other side of this door anyway?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Me when you can just open it and find out.
Right? Grotto. And they thought they could hide this from me. I don't know why the key was with that guy, but oh well. Ifrit's like, this is my key. Of course I'm gonna use the key to open it. What is here? Some kind of bath? A treasury? It looks like something Balsaf had built. Treasury? This isn't like a secret boss or anything? It should be a secret boss. That'd be cool. What are these?
Right.
I think they're sausages? Huh? Actually, they're wieners.
Kisara.
Kisara, could you make something like, with these? Sure, I could do that late. Now! Alright. All this for a recipe?
Oh.
Well, someone was living well. I can't believe Balsaf was hoarding something so delicious. How despicable. What's your relation to Balsaf? I guess not much. I'm just trying to figure out how you stole the vessel. Another reason things have got to change. Anyway, we should open this place up to everyone.
Wow.
I don't know that I've seen her ever so fired up. It's not a bad thing, is it? Even if it's only because of food. Well, that was fast. That was the entire side quest? No.
Nice one, Elfin.
Thanks. Gotta keep up with the competition.
Personally, I prefer Bologna.
It's actually pronounced Bologna? I've been pronouncing it Bologna. Uh-oh. Pork, okay. Royal cape, nice.
We got some good equipment. I can't say its appearance is to my taste.
Witch dress, okay. Omega elixir, nice. And sheep meat. Why is this guy carrying stuff for, oh, it's not for, I thought it was for Rinwell. Was my bad. Witch dress. No change in appearance though. Hidden treasury though. No fast travel or anything like that. Can't jump in the water. Can't jump at all, actually. Yeah, no, it really does look nice. I don't think there's anything left at the castle roof though. I can always check. Let's say curiosity is getting the better of me. I've been there maybe 2 or 3 times, but nothing new has shown up. Actually, there's no reason for me to go up there at all. But I figure I might as well check. I'll go check with Illiglia Wastes. just to be sure I've done as much as I can. So I'll try to come back here. And what else did I want to check? Kurt Garrison. And I want to check out over here because the new map action should show up, right? Dohalim's a map action. Then again, I went there right after unlocking. So maybe it's not ready yet. No, nothing new up here. Dang, but this place is so cool. Okay. Luglia Wastes. I'm still upset about the fashion guy.
It was quite the little adventure we went on.
He was like, hey, Shion, help me pick out a new outfit or something. And then when you finish the quest, he only gives you like what, 1,000 gold? Kind of a waste of time. Some mean Zulus locked in. Keep it in close eye. Make sure no one breaks loose. I don't know. I think I can handle it. You're really not gonna let me see what's beyond there, huh? I guess I have no choice but to keep on keeping on.
We've reached our destination.
Wow, that's really pretty. Was it always like this? I guess we were here at night, so we wouldn't really know. What was that? Heard noise. Ganitharos is over there. Cannot see Cyslodia from here. Unfortunate. Is there like a world map I can use? I guess the closest thing to a world map would be... What's the map action here? Can't select it. Unknown. Maybe I have to actually trigger the story to keep it up. Okay, this is not a fishing spot. Okay. Nighttime again.
It's funny, isn't it?
First time this was scripted.
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim
There's
is
only
to
one
ensure
camping
that
spot
both
left.
Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
We talk to them with our
The
fists.
people of Lenegus?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana.
We have to show them what.
There are those on Lenegus who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Okay.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegus. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
I guess we never resolved that issue, huh?
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns.
Completely forgot about that. So, Shion, you good?
Shion?
Tell us we know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Please don't die. Seriously. I saw your transformation in the opening. Please don't die. Wait, who's fixing the ship? If everyone's out here.
Where? Shion?
Really feels like they're setting up for night before the final battle. That is the tradition in all Tales games.
Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Everyone's sleeping. Probably on guard. There she is. Are you fixing it or sabotaging it?
Shion. Shion!
Oh boy.
It's your thorns? But why?
Your maiden power.
You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Okay, what's going on?
Stay out of my way.
What is going on, actually? I'm so confused. What are you doing?
Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
Oh man, I don't like where this is going.
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
Glasses versus Monocle.
That's the case. Then go ahead and shoot me!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is going on? Took you guys long enough. Need an explanation right now.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
Are you actually Naomi? Just eternal?
But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why. But my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissalma was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
Yikes.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan.
But now?
But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Oh, that's really sad, actually. Wanting to die. And then the moment you can, you realize you don't want to.
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissalma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to.
That's really depressing, actually.
I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way. Alphen?
Damn.
Dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alphen.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen.
Man.
We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Fucking Alphen, ride or die.
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
Just kiss already. Literally said he'll live and die with you.
What do you want? It's your decision ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
Yeah, you tell him.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have the true nature of which I imagine we will discover as we make our way.
Second opening, let's go.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
I'm so happy when they play songs.
I've already lost everything I had once.
Ugh. Yeah.
No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you.
We're here to defy fate.
All of us are. You are not alone.
The game to defy fate. Feeling pretty good right now. Yeah.
You guys. You're all so stubborn.
Yeah. Oh. Everyone's with you. Ah. I'm getting super emotional just from the music.
For right now.
Yeah.
In a little while longer. I just want to hold on to this dream.
The dream will never end.
And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you.
Yeah. She admits it though. She admits it.
So let's go. On to Lenegis.
Sometimes saying the obvious things is the most impactful. Because we as the viewers know what she wants, which is to live. This is the night before the final battle. Hold on, let me just double check. Spoilers in the records. Camping points. Oh, this doesn't count? out of 22 discovered.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Alphen blacked out and then the thorns appeared.
It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
Thorns are alive?
So you
Is it
think
Shadow?
those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
I wonder what awaits us on the other side once all of the pieces have been assembled. Can we see the portal from here? Ah, there it is.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't
It
you?
was worth it.
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing into things at the last minute.
It's very romantic.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have.
No need to be embarrassed. We know you love her.
Without the fear of killing them.
Just need to hear you say it.
Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Let's take back what's been stolen from us. Save you for last.
Did you know?
You mean
Gaming?
about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I
Sure?
don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Stay focused, Alphen. We've got stuff to do. It's not gonna do anyone good if we let ourselves get overwhelmed by what's going on. Alright, lastly.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close.
Well, now she hurts
I just figured
in other
that was
ways.
the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let
Fucking
each other
Hootle
into
going
our
crazy in
lives.
the back
I
there.
hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
It'd be nice if everyone came together to support each other. Yeah. Yeah. The best spot in the house.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
I do not remember that.
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot.
Trying to remember. I don't know.
I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone.
You're still in Calagli at that moment?
But in that room with Deadheim,
Oh.
when you called me your friend, it just shattered the world.
Oh
that I
yeah,
built up
that was
around
pretty
me.
cool. I remember that, actually.
Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore.
Good.
I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Now kiss.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
I kinda like that line. Oh, is this the field from the opening?
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
So does this not count as a camping spot discovered? Ooh, we still got a lot of bosses to go. I was found missing 5. They're probably up in Lenegis. Yeah, 20 out of 22. I guess this doesn't count.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Oh my god.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your
It's
verdict?
probably just gonna compliment
Sure,
her.
I guess. To be honest, Shion in that dress, I
Quit it!
was absolutely captivated.
I think that's enough fun for one day.
It's so embarrassing. Probably not this. It's good though. What does Wiener do?
That turned out good, if I do say so myself.
Nice. Can't talk to anyone.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I was kind of hoping for new dialogue to show up. Especially with that plot line with Well,
Sorry if I'm a bit restless during the night.
I guess we did have closure. We were talking about the girl I took care of. Her doll passed on to you.
Ready to head out?
So, I just want to check, does that count? As camps discovered? Yeah! Yeah, we just have one more left. I think I've camped at every location, so the last one's gotta be on Lenegis. On Lenegis? Probably on Dana, or Rena. Yep. Well, there was no warning of there's no going back. Wow! Wow! Tales games!
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
The Naomi. That'd be cheesy.
You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Vedana.
Huh?
What does that mean?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, one drawn to the skies.
Ah, okay. The owl. Okay.
Sounds perfect for an escapade.
Alright. Fall Nits, huh?
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... Well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
That's
people,
cool.
We have 2 goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Yep.
Alright, then let's go.
Let's go. We are really leaving the planet. That's super cool. Okay. I'm trying to decide whether or not I like or dislike it when ships suddenly accelerate like that. Wow, space. That's Rena over there.
No,
I
I
think.
can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right.
That's our
It
planet?
does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
Oh, I remember in Fate
Better
Zero.
ways to use your time than napping.
Where,
We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
oh, we can explore here?
Idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be alright with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Wow.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Anyway, I was just remembering Iskander, writer from Fate Zero. He pointed out, this is the size of the world, and I'm so small. Your height doesn't matter because we're both small people compared to the world.
No, I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
But since you came here?
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Okay. It is as you say, the past is what it is, and there's no changing it. That goes for me just as much as it does you. What do you got to
We'll
say?
be going to Lenegis soon.
Mm-hmm.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh?
Did she even think of it as a home?
What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's
Makes
right.
sense.
All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took.
Well, that
Day
sucks.
in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend.
Oh.
Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion.
What about loneliness?
That's
How
when it
they're
hit me.
doing?
If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
Fight fate.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Right on. We'll seize our future by our own hands. Today we use our power to follow God. Who's next? Rinwell. Andlaw. Oh man. Is it finally happening? The moment I've been waiting for so long? Probably not, but...
Hey, Alvin, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law?
What is going on?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big
Oh my
baby.
goodness.
And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never
Goodness.
said I was scared.
Teasing about
I
that.
just think it's, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dahnan.
Yeah, but you lost all your memories. You're in a coma for 300
that's
years.
a good point. If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alvin. It's just wrong, okay?
Alright. Are you still worried? No. Why would you think that? Alright. You talked to Kisara last this time, huh? What is this? Oh, I know exactly what this is. This is a store. You can't hide that from me. I know that's a store. Ooh, then what is this? Alright, no. One's a regular shop. And this one is maybe to craft materials? Craft accessories? I don't know, one of these is a merchant. And the other's a sleep pod or something. Oh, this is where,
You okay?
Alvin was
Feeling
preserved.
sick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
Yeah, it's probably what Alvin
It's
had.
a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. That should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured.
Right,
while
this
we're
is the
down there.
napping spot then, huh?
Alphen?
Does this
Was
count
it
as a
something I
campsite?
said?
No, probably counts as
No,
an inn.
I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
Naori.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Thought we established that
Yes.
already.
It sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
Yeah, surrounded by friends.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Dahnans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Oh,
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
alright, that's everyone. It's been a long and winding road getting here, but in the end, I'm glad we met. Oh, 6. That's enough for all of us. Oh, this is the go outside. Yeah, we finally have our own home.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
Space
I'd like to
station,
hear more,
right?
too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dahna. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
So, Rinwell's the leader now.
Enough
The
to
God
determine
Well.
someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dahna even if they wanted to.
Oh, that sucks.
Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Dahnan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
There's a lot of
Come on, you've seen her skill with
lot of
astral
plot going
arts.
on.
You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
That sucks.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
So you're teasing him
I
again.
am not!
Come on.
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager
Well, she was invisible to everyone,
Lenegis
right?
is too deeply involved in all this to discard the
Well,
possibility.
to all Renans.
Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
Well, she was there.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That Red Woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
Oh? We're
about
almost
to
there?
land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
Okay, we're making the descent. I'm looking forward to it. Anime cutscene? Okay.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but
Yeah, I was expecting at least security.
Infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Well, technically you won, but you know.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
They must have, right?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
You're in a space station and the hangar doors open. I'd check it
really
out
hope we
too.
don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this Red Woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
And Alphen is a sovereign. We have a key to get in.
what are they hiding?
Well, it's forbidden. We
I
wouldn't
don't
know.
know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
Well, you still have the eye.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Alright, let's go.
Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling?
They are children,
I want
actually.
everyone to know we're here.
Literally 14 and 15.
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I
Population
couldn't
count.
tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's
Ah,
basic
so
functions.
monsters. Got it.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
Okay. What's this? Okay, I understand. Fast travel's still available, huh? I see. Can we just enter the starship again? No? Okay. Okay, well that was a lot of plot, so I'm just gonna save and end it off here.